Yes, sir.
Good, good. So let's start. Okay. So what is this local group policy? Every PC in work group mainly. So every Windows PC in work group they have their own local group policy. Means that PC has their own policy part. Okay. The policy is applied to that PC only. So for example, I have a PC. Right? I have a PC. This PC is in now work group. This PC is in work group. Okay. So for example, this is also a PC. All are in work group at present. Every PC except home editions. Remember that one. Except home editions. Except home edition. Okay. So pro and enterprises. Okay. Having a local group policies. What is this group policy? Okay. It is just a setting. Okay. It is just a setting like a by default setting type. Okay. So when you open a system, some applications directly work, some required a password, some required a authentication. Okay. So like that, you are giving a password, right? So you're giving a ABC. It is not agreeing. You must give seven, minimum seven characters. Sometimes you have to give complex password, compulsory complex, like a cap letter, small letter, special character, numbers. You have to give the thing. Who will decide that one? Who will decide it? For example, you given a repeated password. Like you given a password. After a few days, you want to change the password. You change the password, but you are given a previous password only, and it is won't agree. Already this password is taken, so please give the different password. It is already existing previous password, so please give a different password. So how system will decide? You must give like that only. Sometimes without a password also we can able to log in, right? So you don't need to give any password. Our system will decide, so you don't need to give any password for this one. Okay. User is cannot able to access some application, means secondary user cannot able to access some applications. Second user can able to access all applications of admin applications. So who will decide that one? So how it is decided depends upon it is local group policies. In general, it is based on local group policies. Local group policies are available both professional and enterprises. Okay, this is my server, and I want to open the client first. Okay, you can open any Windows 10 without a domain, no domain. We can open it. Okay. So what is this? This local group policy. It contains a setting. By default, certain settings are there. Okay, and you can also change some settings. Just for fun, also you can do like you can remove the start button. You can remove the shutdown option. You can remove the logout option. You can remove this recycler bin. I'm creating lot of data. So if you see my desktop having so much of data on it. If I do, user should not create any data on desktop. If we create something on desktop, it cannot create. No shortcuts on desktop. Like that also we can enforce some settings. Enforce some settings. Settings are related to desktop, control panel, or can be a startup, or can be a user settings, or can be a application related one. Application access things like a app locker kind of stuff. App locker. Okay, software restriction policies. Um, User access related, password age related, password minimum length related, complexity related. When you try to install something, it is asking yes or no, right? That is, if you read there, user account control. So when user is trying to install some application, so it will verify the user is administrator or normal user. If user is a administrator or normal user, like that. Okay. Yeah, my client is came. Means my Windows 10 is came. So look at in the form of Windows 10 only. Any user, no problem. I got a very big problem. When I open these PPTs using a Microsoft Office 365, it is asking repair, including I can't able to check my mails also last 3 days. Then I try to repair it. So I want to programs and features, and then I try to repair from that one, and also in the settings also I tried to repair it, but it is not getting repaired. So I try to uninstall it. I'm not able to uninstall it also. So I search in Google. Microsoft suggested install this application. Microsoft Support and Recovery Assistant. It's a small package only. Just I downloaded it from Microsoft website only. It is given suggestion. I downloaded it. Using this one, I successfully uninstalled my Office 365. Okay, and it is asking for restart. Then I restarted. Okay, and after that when I installed it. Okay, successfully I installed it. Uninstall completed, then restarted system, and I installed manually, and finally it is working. My Office 365. So so if you got an issue, very simple, how to troubleshoot is you should understand. So how to troubleshoot it? First of all, if any error it is showing on the screen, go through that error. Any link is there, so just go through the link only. So even I'm trying to repair my Office 365, and as well as I try to uninstall it, it is throwing an error and it is showing a link. So I click on that link. In my web browser it is open. If you're having this kind of issue, do like this. If you want to uninstall it, download this package, so then you can easily uninstall it. From using that package only you can able to uninstall it. Okay, so like that, a lot of troubleshooting options are there in Microsoft itself. Like you can go to control panel troubleshoot, or if you got a issue with a mm, speaker, you can see the speaker, right click, troubleshoot sound problem. Okay, for example, speaker is not working properly, mic is not working properly, so you connected a external speaker, that is also not working properly, so you can try to do it. So you are not getting IP address properly, troubleshoot problem. Okay, so Microsoft will also provide a troubleshooting things directly, like it try to fix it. It may not fix it, but it will try to fix it. If it is fail to fix it, so what you have to do, read it once again or type the error in the Google search. Type the error in a Google search, what error you got it. So type that thing in a Google search. Okay, so you are unable to connect Bluetooth, you are unable to mm, speakers are not, so no sound, right? Like that, application unable to install it. It is showing some error code, so you have to type that error code. Then lot of suggestions will come up, right? So go through the one or two things, like one is from the Microsoft, another from third party tools, stock overflow, like that. Go for it and read those things. You'll understand, find out which one is suitable for your issue and what is the solution for that one. Okay, understand it, analyze it, and try the solution. Okay, so that is very simple. So if you got an issue, every issue we can't solve by ourselves, or maybe friends are solving that issue, that is not there. So very simple is, you can search it from Google, it is quite easy. Okay, a lot of people do there is a issue come up, immediately, sir, this is a issue come up also, how to solve it. Even they don't check what is the issue it is. Okay, just read it, Try to habituate it what is showing on the screen. Okay, next. Yeah, how to open local group policies. Normally, go to run gp edit.msc. This is also MSc group policy editor, gpedit.msc. Okay, if you open it, due to this is in a domain, it shows like this: group policy error, access is denied. Why it is showing like that? Because of it is already in domain. It is showing cross mark like, okay. So don't worry. So we'll open from here. In normal your physical machine for a pro and enterprises, so it can be open. So like a gpedit.msc, right click, run as a administrator, because you are not an administrator now, you are a domain user only, not even a local administrator. You should be a local administrator. Okay, if you are not a local administrator, so you should run as a administrator. So if you run as administrator, it will ask administrator name. So you have to give administrator, okay, and the password. So domain is Latif administrator, because we are in a domain. Otherwise you can give your administrator account, local administrator account also you can give if you want. Password, what is the password? Admin @ 123. Okay, yes. Now I can able to open my local group policy editor. So here two configurations are there. One is computer configuration, another one is user configuration. User configurations are applied on a user, current user or any other user. So for user configuration purpose. Computer configuration applied on computer. It means any user in the computer affected with that one. Any user log into that computer is affected with this computer configuration. Okay, they will get a computer configuration. User configuration, a particular user or above one or two users will be affected with that policy, means the settings are applied to that particular user only. So you have to specify the user, or a current user or a other user. You can see software settings, nothing is there. Windows settings, you can see scripts, security settings, public key policies, that certificates are there, no? EFS kind of stuff. Policy based, deployed printers, administrative tools like a control panel. I will go to standard and make it as a maximum. You can see hide specific control panel items. Okay, provided access to control and PC settings. I go to desktop. So you can see remove properties from the document icon text menu. Do not add share of recently opened documents in like this. Remove recycler bin. Remove desktop, like there are the settings, network related one, shared folder related one, start menu related one. Okay, recently added, so add log off to start menu. Okay, like this. So these are the local group policies. So local group policy for this PC only, not for every PC. Only if you do settings here, it is applied to this PC only. You can go to computer configuration also. Windows, you can see name resolution, some other things also it is showing. Security. See in a computer configuration, security, account policies. Can you see this is the account policies? These are the password policies. So this is your local work group type of PC also having this thing. Okay. It is not depends upon domain. This is purely for this PC purpose only. You can see relax minimum password length, something new one is added. Password must meet complexity. So if you give password compulsory, it should give complex password only. You can open it, you can go to explain, you can read. So what is meaning of this policy, this setting, sorry, this setting. Minimum length 7 characters, maximum characters 0 to 14. Okay, password ages, like that. Account lockout policy, if you type password more than 3 times you given a password wrong, your account will be locked for 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe one day, like that. Okay, what is this account lockout policy? Like ATM, you given a password for 3 times wrong, it locked for 3 days, right? So it locked for 24 hours, right? So like that we can able to give like that. So what is the advantage of it? You have to make sure that you are typing a password correctly. Okay, if someone is trying to log into your PC by trying uh, to give your password, so they tried almost 3 times completed, then automatically it is locked, so they cannot able to log in. So lock for 1 hour, 5 hours, like 10 hours, we can able to define it. Okay, account lockout duration threshold, it means threshold. So 0 is there by default, but you can use 0 to 99 times, how many times you want to do it. So you have to change here. Okay, this is lockout duration. So you can give as much time, like a 1 year lockout. Also you have to calculate in a minutes, how many minutes, like a 60 minutes means 1 hour lockout. So these are local settings. You can see Windows Defender, firewall, okay, network list manager policies, public key policies, software restriction policy means which user can able to access application, which user cannot access in the system, inside the system. Okay, app controller, application account policy. This is app locker. Okay, we can also here also we can define which user can able to access application, which type of application or which edition of application they can access, like that. Okay, I think that is enough. So understand, this is local group policies. What is a local group policy? The policy is for in that particular PC only. The policy, what are the settings you done in the local group policies, that is applied to that PC only, not on every PC. It override all the other policies also. Okay, so every PC has their own internal local group policies. Professional enterprise having, home PCs don't have. So this is my home PC, GP edit. So same command, but it is saying top correctly, like this. So GP edit.ms is not there. If you know, if you want to know what is, whether it is GP edit is there or not, go to your administrative tools or maybe C drive, Windows folder, and system 32 folder, search it. So if it is not there, so it means you don't have a local group policies. Professional enterprise commonly having a local group policies. That's it. What is a local group policies? Mainly in a work group, mainly in a work group. Okay, the local group policies means a PC having their own settings. So that settings are have the policy settings will what we can say, so rules the system how behavior. Next one is, it is not there in a home edition. Okay, except in a home edition every PC having a thing. So how to open? Go to run, GP edit dot MSC. What is MSC? Microsoft Console. Microsoft Console. So then you can open it. Two configurations: computer configuration and user configuration is there. If you do changes in computer configuration, you must restart your PC. if you do changes in a user configuration, you must log out and log in. So if you do any settings, okay, so you must restart to apply the policy. If you do any policy, done any user configuration, okay, you have to sign out and sign in. You have to sign out and sign in to check the policies. Okay, to update the policies, to update or apply, you have to use the command in a run called gp update. The gp update command, we have to use it. So this is just for a optional part. gp update, it's just a purely optional nowadays. Earlier it is compulsory. Okay, you can do a lot of settings in a computer configuration and user configuration. So define the setting and check it. You can take any virtual machines and try local group policies. Local group policies override domain lock policies also. Okay, it is only applied to the, the particular PC only, single PC only, that PC only, applied to that PC only, not every PC in the thing. Okay, I cannot create a policy and apply a policy on a others. I cannot do it. Okay, so okay, so it can be work group PC or can be a domain computer. It can be in a work group or a domain. Mainly work group. Mainly work group. Now we are talking about work group only. Okay, so domain. Also, if you are in a domain, also you can define the policies, but we don't do in a domain level. Okay, so mainly in a work group only. Okay, local group policies available in all Windows editions except home type of, like a Windows 10 home, Windows 8 home, Windows 7 home, like that. Except in a home editions, we don't do it. Okay, so this is how to open. This is the configurations and all this. That's it. Local group policies. Now, what is this group policies? We'll go. And in a domain wide, what is this policies? Now, this is in a domain. Think like it is in a domain. Okay. I define a policy here. I define a group policy. In a group policy, I will define setting. Okay. I will define a setting. That setting is applied to multiple computers or a user basis. Okay, multiple computers or a multiple user base, we can able to apply the policy. We can enforce the setting. We can enforce the setting. Already I explained starting in Windows in a domain and work group time. So in a work group, you have to define local group policy. Like you have to go to each and every PC. You have to create your, you have to do settings in a local group policies. But here centrally we can create a group policy, and those settings are applied to multiple computers or multiple users. Okay, so that is the group policy here. It will tell a lot of things. Okay, just you can go through once. So this is how it is look like group policy window, and here this is the important thing. So what is a group policy is, group policy is a very powerful administrative tool. Okay, so what is a group policy? It is, so it is, group policy is a very powerful administrative tool. Important point is it enforces, it enforce various settings. So you can remove this, you can use it to, okay, enforce various settings of a so simply I am removing this, okay, enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers. This is correct. So compulsory question, guys. So this is a group policy is a compulsory question. So enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers. Okay. So what are the different type of settings we can do? As it lot of settings are there. There are the thousands of settings are there. So generally, if you talk, we can say example. For example, desktop application software, deploy application software, manage desktop application settings, apply security settings, folder redirection, configure network settings, user settings, like that, user password settings, like that. We can able to give some examples. These are the different type of settings. Okay, typically it means lot of settings are there. The given mention only few here. Okay. So what is a group policy? Enforce various type of settings to large number of users and groups. So I create a policy. Policy is just a name. Inside we have to create setting. Okay. So that setting we have to enforce this to multiple user bases. Okay, like this. Now how to create the policy, how to link the policy, and all these things. We'll see that one. Okay, there is a few things are there like this. That is a LSDOU. Okay. So what is LSDOU means? Local, site, domain, OU. Okay. This is a hierarchical manner. So effect. What is a local means? Local group policies. Okay. Local group policies. Site level, domain level, OU level. So the where you link, who will affect it? Where you link, who will affected policy, right? Hmm. So already I explained about OU kind of stuff. For example, mm, for example, I have a OU like a CTS 3 OU. Okay, so like I created a OU like this CTS 3 OU, and I created a HR OU, IT support OU. I create okay, any other, okay. Um, Under this one, I created a Java, .NET, Python. Like these are my OUs, right? So here, if I link the policy to a any particular OU, okay. So we are trying to explain what is a LSDOU, right? First OU, then domain, then site, and local is already I told. Okay. So if I create a policy, group policy like this, I link the policy to Java OU. The users in the Java sub OU and computers and groups in the Java sub OU will affect with the policy. Mean the settings are applied to only that particular users only. If in case I create a policy GPU 3, sorry 2, and I link the policy to development, it means under development who are the who are the sub OUs are there, the development OU and sub OUs of a development can affect with the policies. Next, for example, I have a group policy 3 is linked to the policy to CTS this OU. means the users, groups, computers in this OU are affected with the policy. It means those settings in the group policy will be applied to those users, groups, and computers in this OU only. Next, in top of all these OUs, one more person is there. That is one domain, right? So the domain. So what is my domain name? I given my latif.com is my domain, right? So if I create a policy, okay, I'm writing in a color because just for variation purpose. I created a policy. I link the policy to domain. I create a policy and link the policy to the domain. So those who are in the domain, everyone will be affected with the policies, including including the default users, groups, computers in the domain. All are affected with that policies. All are affected with the policies. If you link the policy to the domain, all the users, groups, computers in the domain, irrespective of what OU you are there, what container you are there, or what if you are a default admin, including administrators also, the default administrator also will affect it with the policy. So that is OU and D domain. Then what is this site? So what is the site? The site, I will just explain in the term of group policy. Then I will explain the site also. Site is a combination of domain controller kind of stuff. Okay, site is a basically geographical base one. For example, I have a site. Hyderabad site is there. Site is Hyderabad. What is site Hyderabad means? The domain controllers. Okay, so user basis, the users in the Hyderabad, it can be any domain. In my forest I have a lot of domains, domain trees, tree domains, child domains, right? So many domains are there, so different users are there, right? So many domain controllers also there. So all group in a geographically, in all group in geographically, what I will do, okay, I will keep it in a one single site. For example, I'm in Pune now. So Pune, we have some servers. It means certain domains, domain controllers, so branch offices like that. You know. So this is one site. Noida, another site. Noida. For example, I have a Bangalore, another site. See here it is. I divide the domain controllers in a domain, and in a domain controllers in a geographical way. I divided it geographically. I divided it. So each one we call it as a site. So Hyderabad site, Pune site, Noida site, Bangalore site. So that is a I divided the sites. Now I create a group policy. Now because I've written this one, right? So I created a group policy 5 is linked to the site, Hyderabad site, for example. So those settings I mentioned in this policy apply to users, groups, computers in the Hyderabad. So they will affect with the policy. They are affected with the policies. Okay. If I created a policy, for example, group policy 6, I link the policy to this Pune site. Then Pune will affected. Pune users, groups, and computers affected with the policies. Okay. So like site wise also we can able to create a policies. You can link the policy to the OU bottom level. Okay. You can link the policy to OU. You can link the policy to domain. You can link the policy to site. So it is a hierarchical manner. If you apply a policy on a OU, the OU users, groups, computers affected with the policy means the settings are applied to users, groups, and computers in that OU only. If you link the policy to a domain, inside a domain, what are the OUs are there, users, groups, computers in the domain. So irrespective of what OU you are there, so everybody in the domain will get applied with that settings, applied with that settings. Okay. And if you apply a policy, you link the policy to a particular site. In that site, the users, groups, and computers, irrespective of what domain there, so they will affect with that policies. So this is the hierarchical part. Local means every PC has their own local policies, always override the domain policies. So possibilities. Next, what is this site? The site is divide entire your user bases into geographical manner. Okay, so Hyderabad having some domain controllers are there. So we can able to divide into the site manner. What is the advantage of it? We can create a replication format. Okay, I can create a replication like Noida to Pune site to site replication. I can give it. So because of this site to site replications, like exchanging of data between one site to another site become more easy and less complex. Okay, so we can create our site to site one, so more faster we can able to sync the data. For example, here I have some users, the user information sync here. Okay, this user information go to Pune and Pune to Bangalore, like more less burden on individual PCs. Also possible sites and replications. Okay, that is a site is a collection of domain and domain controllers or a user base in a geographical manner. Okay, so this is a site. So here, um, where can we link the policies, where we can able to link the policies? Can link, cannot link. So that is we have can see. We can link the policies to site, domain. Important is OU, sub OUs. If you want a sub OU, you can link it. So I put a OU only. That's it. Cannot link. Cannot link the policies. Where we cannot able to link the policies. Um, Directly you can link the policy on user. The policies, the policy settings are applied on users only, but you cannot link a policy to a user particular user you cannot link. You can link the OU, but you cannot link to user directly. Group, computers. Okay, you cannot link the policy to a group. You cannot link the policy to a particular computer. There are get the settings from OU domain or site, but we cannot link it. Of course, we can deny them, but in generally we cannot apply a policy on a particular user. Only particular user we cannot able to apply directly. Direct link up, not apply. I am saying we cannot link to a user. We can't link to a group. Lot of people think group policy means we are applying a policy on a group. No, groups are different. Group policy means different. Okay, so this is the link the policy. We cannot link the policies. Another one. Here we have to follow how to do this group policy thing. First of all, you have to go to server manager. In the server manager, open group policy management. Group policy management. Okay. So open the group policy management kind of stuff. Okay, you can see that one. I will show you anyway. So open the group policy management. Next, that group policy management will open once you open. So this is called like GPMC, Group Policy Management Console. Okay. So then we have to open up. So then we have to uh, first it will show forest. Then under forest you can see domain. Under domain you can see your domain name. Okay, under your domain name first you can open up, that is expanding it. So you have to keep on expanding, find out where is a GPO and other OUs. So GPO means group policy object. That is important one. This is important one. So I'll put a stars. Group policy object. Group policy object and other OUs. You can see other OUs like HROU. You can see um, um, and OU like that. What are the OUs we created? Domain controller. Other than domain controller, other OUs won't come. Other OUs we can't able to see. Now, a normal means what the OUs we created plus domain controller OU. The default one is domain controller OU, and our OUs in users and computers. What are the OUs you created? That OUs it can be seen. But default the containers we can't we not there. That's why we are creating OUs separately. We don't use default OUs. So only domain controller OU is available. Other default OUs are not available. And other things also there. Important is group policy object. What is this? This is, we call it as a GPO. Group policy object is contains or store group policies. Group policies are as settings. Okay, we store a group policies. Okay, we store a group policies. So what are the settings you done? You can so you can create a policy here. There is a certain policies and you can add a group policies here, and we can link the policy to OUs or a domain or a site from here. Okay, it stores the group policies. Okay. Now here how to do these policies? We'll go to this one. So go to group policy object, create. It means it is asking new. Okay, so create a policy. Right click, create a policy means new policy. So in that one it will ask a name. So name is there, so you have to give name. Give name for the policy. So give some name. Okay, give some name. That's it. Next, once you are given, edit the policy. Okay, so you have to right click, edit, and do what are the settings. Okay, enable the settings. So you have to enable the required settings. Next, after completed, so when you are enabling edit, edit will open one more window that is called a GP group policy editor. Group policy editor will open group policy editor. That is GPME, group policy management editor, something is there. Okay, GPME. Create, it means new, edit, link the policy. Where you can link the policy to OU. preferably domain or a site. We don't have any site, so don't go with the site part. So OU or a domain, you can able to link the policies. So it depends upon your policy on which user base you want to link. That is, you have to do it. Okay. Here, after linking, better to check a few things like what are the settings. Check the settings in policy compulsory before you applied. Okay, so what are the settings in the policies? I will show you that one how to check it. And another one, this is a purely just not in a text. Okay, so refresh. Next update the policy. Okay, update the policy. The command, you can go to run or a cmd, run or a cmd. You can open cmd also, no problem. Okay, you can put gp update command. If you want, you can add a force is optional. Okay, where in both server and client also, better to do it. If you don't do it, still no problem. If only it is a hobby. So, and also in a olden days compulsory, you should gp update should be applied, but nowadays is we are no need to do it. But still, sometimes it is enforces, means server has to give policy to client, right? When client is login or restarted, automatically the policy should be enforces. the problem is the problem is sometimes it won't, so what happened? We have to do update, so it will the client will try to get policy from the server. Okay, and there is certain issues also. We'll understand, for example, time synchronization. Okay, for example, here my server and this is the client. uh, we don't look at properly, but there is some lot of issues in there. So for example, now it is 11:03. Okay, for example, it is showing 11:03 only, and today is 15/5/21 2021. Okay, and it is showing 15/5 or maybe 14/5/21. Means I am at 24 hours late. No, 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 exactly say this is am and this is pm. What happened here? I'm in a different time zone. If time zone is correct, good. But here is a Indian time zone. This is a Indian time zone, but this is not mentioned properly. Okay, so either different time zone. If you are in a different time zone, for example, you are in the US. Sorry. This is in US. This is in India. Okay, US something 12 hours difference is there, exactly opposite to globe. Okay, if you are there, so 12 hours difference is there, so okay, we can agree 12 hours difference is there. For example, your time zone is here in India, this time zone is also India, but different times. Okay, so what happened? The settings won't synchronize here. Server client not synchronizing, both systems are in India, but both the time and date are different. Time and date, or a time or date, so are different. Now next, both times are correct. Am am including date also same, but both are in different time zones. Both are in different time zones. For example, this is US specific and this is in India. Okay, that is US specific, this is in India. Both time zones are different. Server is in US, client is in India. Okay, Actually reverse, the client should be in US and server should be in India. So no problem, in anything you can take it. Okay, so this is in US and this is in India. Okay, time zones are different but time and date is same. How it is possible? Because we changed it, so this time also the time synchronization is wrong. So that's why NTP server will help you that one compulsory. So the organizations, enterprises, what they will do, people who are maintaining use infrastructure, they'll maintain a NTP server. So based on where are you located, you must mention your time zone. Automatically time will be correct, synchronized time. So correct format of time will be their time and date will be correct. So like that. So when you do GP update, it throw in errors. Okay, so based on that we can understand what is the issue also. So what is the advantage of doing this update command? So it will sync the settings, means it will draw the settings from the server to client, one thing. Second one is um, second important thing is any conflicts issues are there, so immediately it will throw it. For example, network issue is there, server and client disconnected, and I'm trying to get a policy from the server and I can't able to get it. So that is the one. Next, last one is verify. How to verify? Go to the client, go to the client, check, go to the client and check the setting is applied or not. Okay, setting is applied or not, you have to check it. Okay, next, another one is result. That is a different one from here. What is this group policy result? Okay, GP result. Okay, slash h, you have to give some name, for example result dot html, like that. If you give in a CMD, okay, so then on client computer, so what is this means? On an APC or a client, okay, on a PC or a client, whatever the name on client we can see, on a host, any name. So whatever this host means, client, server, everything will come on host. What are the policies applied? We can get it. Result means what are the policies are applied. You can get it with the GP result command. Okay, so we can know it. So this is it. So this is about your group policies and how to do group policies and all. Okay, so guys, again I'm repeating, group policies are enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers, typically like a security settings, desktop application settings, deploy applications, folder redirection, configure network settings, means firewall settings, control panel setting, desktop settings. Okay, user password policies, like that. So those are all comes under here only. Okay, what is LSDOU? Local site domain OU. So you can link the policy to site domain OU wise, and you cannot link to directly on user group computers. Policies are applied to user group computers only, but policy cannot be linked to user group computers directly. So how to do it? Go to the server manager in the server, group policy management. Okay, so there you have to extract, and you can look at group policy object. Go to the group policy object and find out that's what is the group policy object. It is a container. It contains, or it is a container, and it stores and it stores group policies. It is a container and it stores the group policies. Okay, and usually the group policies are located in different places. um, One of the place is sysvol. Sysvol. Sysvol is a domain-wide public shared folder. Domain-wide public shared folder. You can keep the data. Usually, like group policies, we can store in a group on a sysvol also. It is very easy to apply the policies. People store the policies in this one. So find out what is the sysvol. Sysvol is nothing but a domain-wide public shared folder. So how to create a group policies? Go to the group policy object, create a new policy, give some name, create a policy, edit the policy, link the policy, and update the policy and verify. This is I written one by one how to do it. So when you give the name and edit the settings like this, but I want to give very simple way. When anyone is ask, or when you do it, you have to maintain this sequence. Always maintain the sequence. What is that? Create a policy, create policy, edit policy. Okay, create a policy, edit the policy, link the policy, and update the policy in both find and verify. Follow this sequence. Anytime we can easily do group policies. Anytime we can do group policies. Always while you are doing group policy, only one thing is go to group policy object, create a policy, go to group policy object, go to group policy object, then create a policy, edit the policy, link the policy, update the policy, and verify the policy. So am I created or not? Is the policy is edited or not? Edited, completed. Link the policy. Are you linked or not? Update it, then verify it. That's it. Very simple. 5 steps. If you remember this like this while you are doing, so one by one, if you are you'll successfully complete the group policy practical. Okay. So this is it, and I will show you how to create a policy and all in this one. Okay. So you have to go to server, login. Okay. So let it take